Instruments of Destruction from Radiangames is an extremely satisfying demolition-themed game. The game, which features literal tons of destruction, is based entirely on having fun by using vehicles, which are either pre-built or built by yourself, to wreak havoc on small island environments. Using advanced physics, players will use their vehicles to complete objectives across a series of islands in the game's campaign. Alternatively, players can load up a sandbox mode, which lets you cause massive damage to things by giving you far more control over the destructible world, with all logical limits removed. The main premise behind Instruments of Destruction is the game's vehicular mayhem and the attention to detail. It features a world that looks downright gorgeous, and Instruments of Destruction is a joy to play overall. Taking a freshly made bulldozer and smashing it into buildings, as an example, is an incredibly satisfying but also cathartic experience. The game's physics and flashy graphics, especially when it comes to explosions, ensures it always looks ridiculously good. If you're a fan of destroying stuff, this is a game for you. Once you've got over that initial thrill of destroying intricate environments, additional joy comes from creating increasingly complex vehicles and using them to cause massive damage to even bigger targets, and more efficiently. The game features a range of difficulties, and it's quite challenging to get the 3-star scores on each island, as you try to complete both primary and bonus objectives simultaneously. Now, gamers who enjoy creating their own vehicles will easily sink hours on hours into Instruments of Destruction. Building a vehicle using a set of pre-existing parts is easy once you know how to do it. The learning curve is slightly steep at first, but once you get used to putting together joints, frame pieces, wheels, treads and more, it becomes quite easy to build amazingly powerful vehicles. Ever wanted to make a crane death machine with a giant saw blade? Now's your chance to do it. Better still, there's Steam Workshop support, so users can upload and download new vehicle designs to try out in-game. Of course, Instruments of Destruction is still in early access, and as such, the game does need a lot of work before it releases in full. For example, trying to run the game on anything higher than medium settings would instantly drop the frame rate on our test bench. The game maxed out our GPU usage, using an AMD Radeon RX 590, with a barely playable frame rate of around 20 to 27 FPS. Now, the Steam discussion forum has numerous posts mentioning issues with performance across multiple hardware configurations, so it's something to keep an eye out for. Clearly some more optimization and refinements are needed, but given it's quite an early build, we're hoping this will all be ironed out long before the final launch. As it stands, if you're in the market for an early access game with a lot of potential, Instruments of Destruction is well worth checking out, especially at its current asking price.